Okay, guys, welcome to this amazing class. So today we are going to continue learning about developing WordPress website using Elementor and WordPress. So we designed from the top of this page up to here, learn the essential skills. This blue bar. Yes, we've revamped this page, but we're just going to continue doing it. It's a good thing now. We have very better challenges to work with. So today we are going to finish this whole page. We're going to finish to design this whole page. So I'm already logged into our dashboard. So today we are going to set our page as the front page. So we go to settings, then reading, and then we are going to set um, your homepage displays a static page, and you're going to select the home page, and you're going to say save changes. Okay, we don't have a blog, so we're not going to put posts page. So let me just return it back and just say the default where it is latest post and how it looks like. Display the WordPress default page, which is the archives posts page. But because we do not have anything, it will be as blank as how it looks right now. So when I do a static page, um, home, it's what we had designed before. Just save it there and refresh it. Um, this is what I will get. Okay, so let us not confuse this uh, with this. This is the brightacademy.com website, and this is our Elementor website. So you can actually just go to the Elementor dashboard using this editing page using saying edit with Elementor. So I'll just edit with Elementor. It will take me to the Elementor dashboard. So most times I have using the front end editor. So when I have that, I can just hover, edit with element. Should did we do the header? Should give me all the things that I'm supposed to edit. Today I'm going to show you another trick. We can go to site settings. So because it's hard doing these sections all over again, I love using this thing we call layout. Okay, we already did this thing. So on desktop, I did a content width of 80%. I don't want any content because I love control. As you can see, something happened on the. You can see something happened on the footer as I put the content padding at 0. Okay, even here. Okay, it means I will control all the paddings, but sometimes you can leave it as that. Because you will have like a small padding here and down. Mostly I love controlling everything of mine. So I do the same for my laptop. Yeah. So I love putting it at 75. Even the desktop, I love putting it at 75 because the default for what is it called? Bootstrap and search is like 1140 pixels. So it was coming to around 70. Right, so 70 was too narrow. Let me just open it up. So I did 75. All these things you can change depending on how you want it. So on tablet, I actually did it at 80. Okay, my content padding is 0, and my mobile portrait, I did it at 85 because mobile is so small, as you can see. So I just wanted my data not to be sikue mbali sana from the edges. So do a content padding of 0 so that I can control every single thing. So I just left the gap between elements at 20 pixels for all of them. Okay, so as you can see, there are some that I'm skipping. We have the mobile landscape, tablet landscape. Mobile landscape is generally more of a tablet portrait, and a tablet landscape is more of a laptop. So that's why you see I'm skipping them, and I added these endpoints last week because I was showing someone where they are. So we already have our site-wide layout settings. So there's a lot you can customize. You can say, like, let's say for images, every image that I place should have a border radius of like 5%. Okay, so mostly delete it on the smaller devices, put it on, let's say, desktop, and every other device below it will inherit that thing. Okay, so I can just say date and close this. As you can see, every time, sometimes when you go to site settings, you get see your buttons have changed color. Why? CSS. So usually come to tools, no, Elementor tools, and you're going like to regenerate files and data. When you refresh, you will get it. You will have it there. Okay. So we actually just used I remember we did not do our header because we are using the Elementor free version, and we are using the default header settings. So I'll come back to my container here, and as you can see, it has taken the default 75. If I go to my tablet portrait, it has taken let me just even click percentages. It has taken the default width, although it's not showing it here, but it has taken the default setting that is supposed to take. So also on my what is it called, mobile portrait, uh, it has taken our 80, though it's showing here 100 and it's grayed out. It has taken our default 85%. So as you can see, this one, it has taken the same width. Okay, if I take a ruler and I draw this content, of course it will look like that. So let me just click on this one and show you how we're going to do our paddings. We go to advanced, uh, change them to percentages. I love using paddings in percentages. I can just do 2 on top and 2 at the bottom. Okay. So for some reason I am getting, because of the line height or something, the spacing between text, I am getting uh, uh, more on this other side than on the top side. So there are two ways to do this. I can put the bottom be at 1, or I can add an extra code. I will go to the front end, go to customize. Okay, let me just open customize on the other. I usually have a text document with all my codes. Don't see if we did this last week. So it's called Elementor remove white space at the bottom of the paragraph. So I'm going to copy that. Okay. And I'm going to go to additional CSS. Okay. Because I'm going to post it, this is a comment. Okay. So okay, how do we comment in CSS? I've even forgotten. Yes. Uh, yes, that's how I comment. So then we're just going to publish this. Okay. So and just going to update this. So I will not have the extra spacing that we have below text in Elementor. So I will have the text very thing, but I don't know if they changed the classes, but I'll go have a look at it. Why this thing is not working. So I'm going to fine tune and align this very well because we want them to look where's our image exactly like this. So so on that side, place it there. So this icon, we're going to increase the size just a bit. Yeah, okay, 40, so that it aligns well with the text. So for the content, I am feeling the text is like so heavy. We can do 20. Have it at 600, and then I'll just copy this and then paste this style. I'm going to paste this other style, and I'm going to paste this other style. So as you can see, text like this, the content too close to each other. You can increase spacing a bit to around, let's say, 25. It's good like that. I'm just going to copy this and paste this style, paste this style, and paste this style. Okay. So we already have our blue bar there. So next we are going to design this. Okay. I'll show you how we do that. We just click this. Okay. We click this flex box. We click on that layout. Okay. And on this container pop, I really love giving it a margin of 5% on desktop. Okay, we're going to do the responsivity later. So what do we have here? We have Bright Academy, about Bright Academy. So all we need, the first thing we need to place here is a heading. Okay. And then we write about Bright Academy. The next thing we're going to place is our text editor, like that. And we're going to copy this. These days I get a lot of errors in pasting. The thing just hangs. So I just paste it here so that I see it visually. But let me try just paste it here and see. Okay, it works. Okay. So the next thing, let me just teach you something here. You can see there's a way this image aligns well with this text. Okay. So let me just get this image and drag an image there. Okay, I get this image. I think this image is somewhere. Maybe just keep it. Where is it? I think it's in courses. It's in one of these courses here. Stars, YouTube thumbnails. Yes, domains and hosting. Okay. Let me look for the other one so that when you get there, we don't have to look for the image. This is in the other course. It's called Entrepreneurship for Creatives. YouTube thumbnails, WebP. Oh, I actually did not copy the WebP version, but it's good because now you're learning. You see, this image is in PNG. You can see how big it is. This is 1 MB. Okay, this same image is in this other image of the same size, 1500 by 1000 pixels, is in WebP. It's at 683 kilobytes. This one is 12 times bigger. So it means that when it's fetched, it's going to be very heavy for the website. So that's why you're advised to always have your image in WebP format. Okay, so let me go back and see how big the WebP version is. Posters, and I have YouTube thumbnails, and then I have the WebP here. So let us just compare the same image as a WebP format. It's 98 kilobytes. Okay, 1500 by 1000. The PNG one is 1500 by 1000, 1 MB. So it simply means this image is 10 times smaller. This one is 10 times smaller than this other one. So always use WebP images for your projects. Okay, so because I have my photo here, I'm going to select and have this just image down here. So as you can see, this image is very big and aligns to the text. Okay, so let us just try aligning it and see what happens. So first we create a spacing. I just click this container. Okay, come here in the layout and align every single thing in the middle. Okay, that's the first thing. And I'll put the gap between the elements at around 20 or 30 pixels. Okay, so as you can see, me adding an image here and this one here, it's not going to give me the same uh, effect. So what I'll do is a way I can add this image and control its height by using something called a spacer. So I put a spacer here. Okay, I will go to background. I'll go to advanced. I'll go to background and actually have the background type there and just have that. Okay, there. Okay. As you can see, you can't see uh, anything here. Why? It's because it's a spacer of only 50 pixels. So I will move this to view height. Okay, because I love something called fluid design, and I'm going to control this image however I want it. Okay, so I want the way it's going to align with text. Let me say it there. But you can see not looking the same as this one is. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to advanced. I go to background, okay, and I'm going to check the display size here. Say cover, okay. I'm going to repeat and I will say no repeat. I will go to position and I say center right. I can say center left. I can say center center. So it will have it as there. So as you can see this image, the action is mostly the center, so we'll have it at center center. Now we said that our image to have a border radius. Border radius is what ensures we have this curve here. So we're going to go to border and have a border radius of 10. Yeah. So let me just toggle here and see how it will look in a desktop. Perfect. It looks perfectly fine. Okay. So that's how you're supposed to control images. So there's another way to control it. I will show you in the next block, as you can see it here. So we're going to have a button with this effect called support bright. So what we're going to do, we're going to just add a button here. Just drag a button. Okay, we already did our styling in the site settings. So we are going to say support bright. Okay, and put our link, whichever is. As we hover, as you can see, does not have that same effect. So which effect is this? This is float or hang. So we're going to go to style. We're going to hover. We go hover animation of float. Let's try float. Yes, going to try float, but that one is like moving. Yes, it's hang. Yes, this is our hover animation. So because we already done this already, and we have similar block like this. What do? We just duplicate the thing. Okay, one thing you can, because you don't want to do this from scratch again, you come here, right click and say duplicate. Okay, you go and duplicate it. So you go to navigator, and you will see all the layers that you have here. We talked about layers last week. So you see they are named container, container, container. So to avoid confusion, always know them. So double click, call this hero. What is what you call a hero section. You can call this anything, say a blue bar. Okay. You can come here and say about bright. Um, Come here. Our next block is get start by learning. So we can just say this is get started. So for me, I usually love saving periodically on the go. So in my get started, as you can see, the image is on this side, text is on this side. So I will come to my navigator. Okay, this is the parent container. So we have two containers. We have this one and this one. As you can see, as I hover over this, there's like a box here. As I hover over this, there's another box here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to um, we know when you click a container, you'll see it's selected here, and this other side is selected here. So I will just shift the containers like that, just drag one on top of the other, and you'll see you'll have this effect. So I go to the parent, and I'll put this effect of stretch so that both of them align to this one. I'll do the same as this because right now it's controlled by this thing. So I will just stretch it like that. Okay. And by stretching it like that, you can see there's a lot of space because we added a button. So I'm just going to click on spacer, okay, like that. And I'm just going to increase it to that amount. This is how it will look on mobile. Okay. But I usually love when my text is like aligning to the center of my image. Okay. So I will either come here, just do it like that. Okay. Or stretch it and come to this container that is containing text and I put it at the middle. Oh, sorry, not like that. This one, I'll justify it center. So when I come like this, there is a space here and here. So it aligns to my image. Okay, so for this, I told you I'll show you another way of doing it. So the other way you can do is use this. Okay, instead of putting a spacer, you just click on the container itself, go to style, go to background type, choose the image, and have that as the image. So you will select it and do the same thing. Recover. The action is happening. You say not to repeat itself. Okay. Put the position as center because the action is happening at the center. And here, the border is here, you put it at 10 pixels. Okay. So as you can see, you already have our image and our text that we're going to put here. Let's say we have two headings. We have get started by learning how to do business. So we just come here, duplicate this. Okay, this is why editing is so easy with using CMSs. Okay, get started by learning how to do business. We're just going to copy it there. Okay, and then just going to copy all this text. Like that, and let me just save it so that when it crashes on me, yes, like that. Okay, so this is blue and red, so we're just going to have a smaller heading here. And have this as a H6, okay, or a H5. We already did these things last week. We have a blue, and we're going to have this as H2. Okay, I wonder why it to come here, and then you're going to have that as our pink because that's our brand colors. Okay. Our call to action is this. There's a link here, as you can see the hand just so we're going to just delete this. Okay, let us just have text aligned to the center. Yes, like that. So this container has this image as the background. This container has a spacer that has an image as a background. Now I want you to watch how they look in a responsive mode. You can see this is the first container that has a spacer. Okay, this is the second one that has it as a background. Okay, So on mobile, it will be hard for you to resize this. Okay, but you can resize by clicking on the container. Okay, containers came to save the day. You can have it as a min height. You can resize it like that. Okay, in a container, whichever way. Before we would place a spacer, before containers came in, we would actually place another spacer. Um, we would actually place another spacer uh, here. Okay, and we would resize it like that. Okay. Uh, Today, uh, thanks to the advent of containers, you can just click on this container, go to our layout, and have a min height like that. Okay, so this one we had put a spacer, so we can just click on our spacer and have it like that. So when you're designing these things, um, these are the things that you should look at. I want you to teach yourself how to design like a, how many elements do I have? Okay, because you're supposed to use the littlest amount of CSS animation that you're supposed to use. Now, here we have a container with styling. Okay, we have a container with styling. Okay, as you can, all these are defined in a CSS, width, height, and all these things. And we have a spacer with an image, okay, and with styling. So we have the styling of the spacer and we have the styling of the image as well. Okay, here we just have a container with styling as the background image. Okay, so this one has less CSS elements. So as you're designing, always look at which method saves you the amount of code that is you're going to put on your website. Okay, so um, that's just how to do design, and that's how you make your websites faster, and that's how uh, you get paid more money. Okay, because you are using less elements for your design. You're not bloating your website with unnecessary stuff, and that's why containers came in. To save us a lot of you know uh, because here we will have this section, give it a padding on the right, we'll have this other one, I don't know, give it a padding on the left, define all these things, padding left, padding right. But now here we can control everything from a global angle. So let us design this. Okay, um so let us just remove this background image. So this is an image box. Okay, so we're going to have our image box like that. um, have our image in, which is that one, and then we are going to have our topic here, and we're going to put it like that. Okay, so that's how it looks like. um, this is also an image box. Okay, so we just duplicate the same thing. Okay, it's so funny, I just did not style this so that you see the beauty of this styling stuff. So start with this first one. So we come to style. Okay, we start with the image. The image has to go corner to corner. So it usually comes with a width of 30. So have it the width of 100. So and then it has a link. So let us just right click and say copy link. And you can see there's an effect there. Same effect of, I don't know, hang. So we're going to put an effect in the image, which is the hover animation. We're going to have it at hang, okay, like that. And then we're going to have our class link there, okay. So we're going to go to the content, and then we have our color of black, and then we have it at round h3, okay, our title. uh, Content title of that. So why it went into like that? It's because we have defined. See, we have defined our links. Something we are going to have a look at, and just remove the definition of links on our style kit. So as an image, so we are going to have the author. Um, let's look for the author image somewhere here. I need to arrange this document well. Here I am. So, and we're going to say put that image there. Okay, it's a square image. So for you to get this rounded effect, have a image, and we're going to go to style, have the image on the left. Okay, go to image. I can reduce the width to whatever you want it to be, like, and then we're going to have a border radius of percentages, because it's a square, so you need to put it at 100 so that you get a perfect circle. Then you go to content, go to body text, okay, and then we are going to align the vertically like that, and say, where is it written? By Stephen Siloma. So you'll have it by Stephen Siloma like that. So let us just reduce the image a bit to 15. That. So we already have that. As you can see, there's a border here. There's a small border that goes through the thing. So let's apply that border. Let's just do our container. Go to our container. Go to our border. Let's go our border type as give it a width of 1. Okay. Let us have a color that is like white, but just a very tiny of gray. Okay. As you can see, it's just gone round the thing. So what we will do, we will go to our padding so that we can achieve whatever we have there. We will go to our padding and have a padding of, oh sorry, I'm in the wrong thing. So we just go back here, and we can have a padding of 1. Sorry, just have 1 all round. Okay, so as you can see, we have achieved our border. Okay, to make it even more interesting, let's just enhance it. Let us have this Siloma thing, give that padding of like 2, so that our border goes straight round the thing, okay, and then goes down. So I'm going just to add another section here so that you can be able to see how our thing will look like. So we've added another container, give it a top of 5, give it a top of 5 like that. So we have this thing that looks like that. Okay, looks even much better than what we have here. So we have that. So what we're going to do, we're just going to duplicate this. It's very simple because Dr. reusable blocks. So let us just do a duplicate. Okay, we go to our navigator. So the other one is called Learn Web Development without writing a single line of code. So we can call it Learn Web Development. Okay, like that. We're just going to interchange that and that. Okay, and we're going to say Learn Web Development, and this other one is without writing a single line of code. We're going to copy this. Okay, like that. And then we're going to change the image into whatever is there. So let me just look for that image. Development, posters, thumbnails. Here it is. Then select that. Just copy that and we have our thing there. So as you can see, the images tend to be bigger. Okay, so let me just reduce them. Know what I used for the image box. Or because we're using image box here, there's not much we can do. What we can do is increase, let's say, this side width on the left, around let's say 58. No, actually increase on the other side. Sorry. Yes, like that, something like that, so that this becomes smaller as this one becomes bigger. But now there's some padding, of course, we have to fix here. Okay, the image spacing between the image and the text, and also the image here, the spacing here is too big. So what we do, we go to advanced, we go to pixels, we can do negative pixels like that. Okay, so as you can see as well, even the text here is close to each other. So what we can do a negative margin of, let's say, negative 20. Okay, too close. Let us do negative 15. that. You can just copy this and paste this one like that. Okay, so the last thing is this bar at the bottom. What I'll do, I'll just use this and go to style and change the background type. This is a background that I've used. It's not a gradient. It's a background type. Okay, but you can use a gradient as well if you want to. I will actually just choose image. Really do not know where I put this image. Let me try look for it. It's not here. Need to organize this working folder. I've seen this. Need to organize this working folder because it's just a lot. Anyway, I'll grab it using these two. Yeah. Just going to download it. I'm just going to download it on the root folder. So yeah, it is. Yes, like that. So I'm going to select and there are two ways to achieve this height. One, uh, you can use a mean height, the VH. Okay, you can use a mean height with a VH. Okay, or you can use padding. Okay, I love using padding because I might have assumed my minimum height and uh, gotten something very, 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 very different. So I'm going to duplicate this container. Oh, sorry. I'm just going to add a new container inside here. Okay. And then duplicate it. Okay. So I have a parent container. I have another container, another container here. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to reuse this block. No, I will not reuse that block because it has a negative margin. I'm going to put a heading here and say get updates. So get updates. I'm going to put in a text editor like that. Okay, and I'm going to reuse button. Okay, like that. And I'm going to say paste and say register today, like that. So on get updates, of course, the text will automatically have the text button. It's a bit smaller, so that can be our H5. No, H4. H4 will be better. Okay. I'm going to have text of white, and also for this, I'm going to have a white text. Automatically it has taken our body text because that's our default font. So the next thing I'm going to do is just have an image. Okay. I'm going to put this small laptop that we had. Okay. So I'm going to go to my parent container. Okay. I love using paddings on this. Okay. So I'll do maybe 2%, 2%, percent, bottom of 2%. Okay. And I will have every single thing at the center so that they align. And there, we've already done the page. Okay, we already have our page done. So I was thinking we do responsivity next class, but let us just finish because it's very, very small work. So I'm going to get, you saw we put a link here. Let me just copy a link. Let's say this, and it actually messed up our formatting. So how do you handle this? You just come to site settings, okay, and then you go to typography, and then see link here. There's a body text on link. So just click here and reset it. Okay, you will have it normal. So I don't put links on my I don't put formatting on any of my links. So just save that and you have that. So let us just ensure that this page is responsive, and then we'll be done uh, with actually this course. So let us manage these breakpoints. Okay. So we're going to remove the mobile landscape and the tablet landscape things. So I wonder why this thing is not working. Anyway, still getting these things. We need to regenerate our files and data. So let's just refresh our page. We do the responsivity, and it's a wrap for this course. So whereas the first thing I check for responsivity, of course, it's tablet, because on tablet it will automatically inherit the desktop will automatically the laptop will automatically inherit from tablet. So what you do is just come to this container. It's too close to the header. Go to advanced, go to percentages. Let us do a 5. Okay, if it's too big, we do a 3. Okay, so that we have enough padding. We're using the Elementor free, so we can't put shadows on our header. So I want this to be here. Okay, I want this to be here, but I don't want this one to be here. So what I'm going to do on this, there's a good way to do all these things. So I'm going to have this one at 100. Okay, I am going to go to the parent container, and I am going to ensure that these containers wrap like that. Okay, and after they wrap, I am going to have this other one at 100 as well, 100%. Okay, and because I have a very, very, very good jagged text here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to give it negative padding. Okay, I'm going to do this up to next year. So let's do it at 80, like that, or even 85. Okay, such that we have his head close to the story. Now let's do 95. Okay, so that it's learn for free. Then I get this one, this one. So I would want this thing to, wrap as well. Okay, they look too crowded. So let me give them a width. Let me give each of them a width of, let's say 50, 48. And on this major thing, I want them to wrap as well. Okay. Of course, I'll have gap between elements at, let's say, 20. So on here, let me give them a width of 45. Because I'll do the same for mobile, let me give the same at the same amount. So let me just copy this, paste the style here, and paste the style there. So we have all of them wrapping. So let us click here, okay, and ensure that the space between them, they're all aligned to each other. Okay, so that's perfect. So the next thing I would want is people to know what Bright Academy is all about. So I'll give this a wrap. Get that container, um, have that container at 100, so that I have what Bright Academy is all about. I will come here. I will have this at 100 as well. Okay, so I'm scrolling, I'm getting about Bright, and I have this photo. I'll do the same for this because I just want them to flow. Give this a width of 100 as well, and I will make my master container to wrap, and I'm going to have a width of 100. Yeah, so as you can see, as I'm scrolling, I have text, image, and then I have image again, then text. Does not make sense. So what I'll do, I'll come here, okay, and I will have a direction of column reversed. Okay, that's the good thing with containers. Last time we used to come to advanced with sections, and then you go to responsive and say reverse container sections on tablet and all those things. So these days just a click of a button. So same thing for this. First thing I'll do, I'll click there. Ensure that they wrap. Okay, and then I will have this one at 100 and have this one at another 100. So I have that, and I'm done. So the next thing I need to put is enough margins on my stuff. So I will actually even check on my images. If they are too big, I can always resize them, leave in the original. So that is one section that is done. I will click on this one. I'll give margin of 10%. I do 10% on tablet. Okay, I'll come to this one, give it a margin of 10%. Okay, and this one, give it a margin of 10%. Okay, almost done. So I'll go to mobile. Okay, and as you can see, we've done a lot of for the mobile, so it's just minor tweaks. So I'll just come here, okay, to our image, okay, not to our container here, and we had a negative 95 top. So we're just going to do something like negative 50, okay, and I'm going to do a negative also on the right, okay, and do a negative 30 like on the right, so that I have it going to my right. Oh, sorry, I'm doing it on the container. I should be doing it on the image. So we can have a negative 20 or 50 on my right, like that. And I will have negative 80 on top, like that. Okay, and even do negative 90 so that I have that head aligning to join now. Okay, so let me go back to tablet and just remove this effect on the container and put it on the image itself. So I can do negative 100, can do negative 120 or 110, and then on the right, let it just stay there, like it there. So I'll go back to my mobile. So I'll put padding in this because 1% is not enough. For mobile, we need at least like 3. So I'll put 3% top, no, 5% top, let me put 7% top, bottom, let me put 5 and put 9 on top, so that we have some good padding around. So I can do 8 top, 5 bottom, just like that. We already have this about Bright Academy. So mostly for mobile, do 15%. Okay. This image, it's okay. This is another section. We'll do 15%. Okay. This is another section. I will do 15%. And this is another section. I will do 15%. Okay. So in some way, this thing is not aligning. Okay. So let me put it as, column reversed like that, so that I have the call to action at the end. I don't need to change all these things. Okay. I'm saving CSS for this, for this, for this. If I'm to center all of them, I just click on this container and I just align everything to center. No, like that. Yes. Okay. So for text, I will have to align it because it's text. Okay, like that. So I also need to give it some good margins, no padding, like this. I'll have a bottom of let's say 10 and a top of 5, so that looks aesthetically pleasing. So I'm getting my headings are too big on mobile. So what I'll do, at 44 pixels, let me put them at 34. Okay. My EM to be at 1. Okay. 1.1, so that I just have this smooth line height. Do the same for this. I'll paste style. Yes, and that's it. Okay, so there we have a website that is fully responsive. It's very, very, very fully responsive. We can actually see how it looks on the front end. Actually, let me just load the real site. So we have it like that. This is how our website looks like. This is our original. Okay, this is our original, as you can see. Okay, and this is our copy. No difference at all. This one is done using Elementor free. So we've got not excuse not to do these things and not to be able to handle it. So guys, thank you so much. We have come to the end of this course that has taken us quite a while. It has not been easy. You guys are just the best. What happens next now is we're going to take a break. We're going to take a break first to rest and relax, because it's not been an easy journey. Just an overview from where we've come from. We've come from the very, 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 very basics, from domains and hosting, to getting the cPanel, content management systems, page builders, uh, uh, what to design principles of typography and all this. Yes, design principles, page builders and Elementor basics, and then designing a website with Elementor. This is the second class. We have done a full, a full, full, full website. In this, learned the basics, the site layouts, and all these things. So what happens next is that I will soon be publishing a paid course, which will be very, very comprehensive. It's a masterclass from start to end, that will teach you everything to do with web development, from buying a domain, marketing, and to creating your own agency. It's a masterclass that I'm going to do, and hopefully finish the whole of it. So we're going to learn a lot about that, but that will be a paid one that will be here. So if you've not listened and viewed to all these videos, please go look at them. There's also a course on entrepreneurship for creatives. Kindly go have a look at it. It's a very, very, very powerful course. So subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are having freebies here. Almost every weekly, I post website revamps. We do website revamps. We've done for uh, right now. We've done Insta, we've done for Asia, we've done for Chickening. We're going to do one very soon as well. I don't know what's next as a freebie. I don't know. I've given you a lot. So this is the part that when where you want to appreciate me for the work that I have done all this time. So there are a lot of videos, the editing, the sleepless nights of creating a platform for you guys. If you want to appreciate me as well, we have you can just contact me through the website, write me an email, um, and I will be able to receive it and act upon it. So follow us on our social media. It's in the website's footer, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and just like subscribe to our YouTube channel. We just started, just growing. We are 37 subscribers. We have hoping 17 videos. This is a lot. Most of them are 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours each. Uh, this one, of course, will be live. Go to Bride Academy student portal, register as a student, and get to interact with the amazing dashboard. More features are coming where you'll be able to even have friends collaborate with other people. I'm going to add some quizzes on this assignment so that be able to do all these things. So this is the dashboard. It looks like this is the instructor's dashboard. It's not the student's dashboard. Um, I can just log out and just show you how the student's dashboard will be. So we have very many features. We can log in with Twitter and also Facebook. So let me just sign in as Red Academy. Okay, just that simple. There's a lot of features. So you have a friend who would really need to earn these things. We really need to get schooling on what web design is all about. This is the place. So you can see this is a new student just enrolled and zero courses. There are no active courses. There are no completed courses. So when you finish this, you're going to you're going to a certificate of completion. It's not an academic certificate, it's just to show that you've completed this from Bright Academy. So invite your friends to like it and just interact with it. So you'll have your profile here. You can set your profile photos, cover photos, and all those things. Quiz attempts, reviews, wish list of courses you may have, order history for those who are going to buy. You're going to put a course there. If you're an instructor, you'd like to sell your courses here. We're going to integrate all that. Contact us. We're going to have that ready. You want to teach other people for free, you'll create you an account here fully with marketing stuff, and you'll be able to teach others for free as well. So thank you so much for this journey. It's not been an easy one. 17 videos later, we are here. You have a friend who cannot afford fees but can afford this. Um, this one is free. Please, they just need time and internet connection, the laptop. They will be able to make a living out of their own. So thank you so much. I am very humbled to see you again. It's the end of the road. Let me just encourage you. Let nobody tell you that you can't. You can and you will. Let nobody tell you that you will not be able to do this or that. The greatest stories are from people who came from nothing. And it's usually like that to empower you and to show you that you can and you will. So never give up, never lose hope in anything in life. Just give your very, very best. So this is the time rather we say goodbyes and till we meet again.